Chapter 17 Family Thing. And I also got another surprise, said Prince, looking at Sol. What? What is it? Said Sol. Prince turns Sol around. Hey, sister. Valentine looks at Sol. Sol covers her mouth. Valentine, I didn't hear from you since. Sol hugs her too. Your husband made sure we was safe, said Valentine. Well, glad you're safe, said Sol. Also the mayor now, said Valentine. Really? That's great news, said Sol, surprised. I heard the shop got damaged, said Valentine. Yeah, it was broken down some, said Sol. Is this Sol hair shop? Said the workers. Yes, it is, said Sol. Can we fix your shop? Said the worker. Of course, you can, said Sol as she lets them in. You paid them to come here, said Sol looking at Valentine. I paid. But Harlem, the one that called, said Valentine. Sol looks at Harlem and smiles. Harlem hugs his family and looks at Sol. Hour later, the shop is good as new, said the worker. Lance, Harlem and Sol goes inside. It's so good, said Harlem. Sol cries. I can't believe it, said Sol. Lance sniffed the store. Smells fresh, said Lance. Prince goes inside with Hart and Dixie. Wow, it's good, said Prince. A car beeps outside. Harlem goes outside. A car pulls up. Harlem grandma comes out the car. In here, son, said Harlem. Grandma, what you doing here? Said Harlem. You said you wanted peach cobbler, remember, said Harlem grandma. Harlem laughs. I didn't know you was really gonna make it, said Harlem. Anything my son wants, he gets, said Harlem. Grandma. Harlem grandma kiss Harlem on the cheek. I love you, son, said his grandma. Me too, grandma, said Harlem. Stop calling me grandma. I'm your mom, said Harlem. Mom, you just act like one, said Harlem, laughing. Why? Because I suck on hard candy and eat ice cream, said Harlem. Mom. Harlem laughs. Harlem mom laughs. Harlem grabs the peach cobbler and goes in the shop with his mom. Everyone say hi to my mom, said Harlem. Hey, said everyone. It sure does smell good in here, said Harlem. Mom, we just fixed the place up. And we got heater now. Harlem turns on the heater. With no dust, said Sol, laughing. And sounds, said Harlem, laughing. Everyone dig in, said Harlem. They all cut a piece of peach cobbler and eats. A year later, Sol gets out of bed. Prince comes up to her room with breakfast and coffee. I got you something, my love, said Prince. Thank you, said Sol as she kissed Prince. Prince kisses Sol ring. Did the kids eat? Said Sol, eating a piece of bread and sipping coffee. Yeah, I whipped them up something, said Prince, as he kissed Sol. I promise that I will start all over again with you and the gang. Stuff is over. I will stay with you forever. Sick or no sick, said Prince. Dixie and Hart chases each other in the house. Y'all calm down before y'all fall down the stairs, said Sol. I'm happy I have custody over Dixie, said Prince. She was going through a lot, said Prince. God took her from a wicked house and bring her in a church-loving home, said Sol. Yeah, God did, said Prince. Prince grabs a Bible. Dixie and Hart come here, said Prince. Dixie and Hart runs to the room. Yes, Daddy, said Dixie and Hart. Prince flips the pages. Prince sits on the bed. God is your wings and your shelter. God is your father who will comfort you during difficult times. God knows everything in our life, more than we know ourselves. And God will always be with you, even when you die. Prince looks at Dixie and Hart. They look in shock. Which won't happen to any of us anytime soon, said Prince. Now let's get ready for Sunday church, said Prince. Hour later, Prince wears his suit, waiting downstairs for Sol. Sol comes down the stairs with her Bible in her hand and her church hat. I can smell that lavender all the way down here, said Prince. Sol laughs. Prince puts his hand out for her. Sol grabs his hand as she comes down the stairs. Prince and Sol slow dance. You remember this, said Prince. Of course I do, said Sol. You look amazing, my lady, said Prince. You two divorced husband, said Sol. Divorced? Said Prince as he stops dancing. Sol pulls out divorced paper She rips it in front of Prince. We not divorced, said Soul. Prince kisses Soul. You scared me, said Prince. I also paid the rent, said Prince. Soul hugs Prince. Thank you, said Soul. Prince smiles. You're always welcome, my spiritual soul, said Prince as Soul laughs. Dixie and Heart watch. You, both of them said. Prince and Soul was up at Heart and Dixie. You girls look amazing, said Prince. Heart, you got on my lavender perfume, said Soul. We both do, Dixie said and hugs Heart. Soul smiles. Come on downstairs, said Soul. Don't want to be late for church, said Soul. Dixie and Soul comes downstairs. Let's get ready to go to church, said Soul, as she grabs both their hands. I'm driving, said Prince.